This city, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. Like the stuff of legends you've never seen before. Why is that? It's not because of the monsters that roam its exterior, no. It's because of a certain incredibly influential individual. That individual is VantacrowBringer. Now you may ask, who is this VantacrowBringer? He keeps the streets safe without being asked. He's the pinnacle of altruism, a true paragon of virtue, and yet they call him a tyrant. But it's been like this since the beginning. Yes, the day Vantacrow was born was a magnificent day. Out of reverence, no one was actually present to witness the honor of his birth. But this wouldn't stop him from...
Oh no!
Huh? What was that?
Ah! I'm an old lady and I'm getting robbed!
I'm a robber and I'm robbing this old lady. Huh. Another robbery, huh? Looks like it's up to me. What in the... Who the hell are you? Huh. You've activated my trap card. Fist.
Oh shit, how do I use that?
Ah!
What a nice young man.
Yeah, no problem. All in a day's work. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. This wouldn't stop him from becoming the strongest in his hometown, though. When survival of the fittest is the lifestyle, it's not difficult for Vantacrow to find himself at the top of the food chain. He was aware that he was undisputably the strongest. That's why he took up mercenary work. It was the only line of work for someone like him. Especially considering the denizens of his hometown were becoming too easy to deal with. So he set his sights on the rest of the world.
Parkour!
Vantacrow's mercenary work would take him to many places and even more battles. His missions would often be extremely dangerous, pitting him against hundreds of thousands of armed combatants, and somehow he'd always come out on top. Then, one thing led to another, and one of his missions had him dispatching a scientist in a certain state-of-the-art facility known as Ash.
Oh, I gotta do the dots. Perfect, okay. Ash.
Within Ash, Vantacrow would find technology so advanced that it would bring the human race forward an entire century. Vantacrow doesn't care for such things, though. They overcomplicate life. However, a black winged AI saw Vantacrow performing his mission. He respected his simple approach to life, an undying resolve in combat, and decided to join him on his journey to prove he's the strongest. Vantacrow ended up naming the AI Kurakoko, and they became inseparable. Ash quickly finds their stolen AI, though, and they track Vantacrow down. Then, on a random day, Vantacrow picks up a letter off of the ground. The letter reads, "We have snipers trained on your location. Either return the AI and leave, or work for us, and maybe you can keep it." Vantacrow eyes the area around him, and finds every sniper trained on his position. With a flex of his bicep, he sends a shockwave several kilometers out that incapacitates all of the snipers. Then, out of the kindness of his heart, says, "Despite what you've done, I'll work with you anyways." All of the snipers clapped at the splendid display of kindness in front of them. Vantacrow walks into Ash after being recruited and meets his teammates in his new squad, Krisis, that apparently witnessed the entire ordeal. UQ Wilson very excitedly exclaims, "Oh, Vantacrow, you're so strong and kind. I'm so excited to fight evil alongside you. You're such an inspiration." Then Vezalius says, "That was a very impressive display, Vanta. I have a lot to learn from you." And then they walked into the sunset at the dawn of their newest adventure. Fuck, that was rough. Huh. 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 Hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Oh, me? I'm just hanging out. Yeah, okay, I didn't think that would go over all that well anyways. You can let me down now. Oh, 1 second. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me just, sit. Okay, whew! We are here. Alright, whew! Thank you, Vezalius.
You're welcome.
Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. There is quite a lot of you here. Huh. I mean, I took down 100,000 armed combatants all by myself, so this is nothing compared to that. I don't even have to fight anybody this time. Unless... Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my story. I always have a good time retelling that one. You see, that format was the best way for me to tell you about those events of my life, and really how I came to be here, at Ash and in Krisis. Because of all things in this world, I value honesty, creativity, and simplicity above anything else. Because my goal today is not only to make you smile, but to share with you the truth, and nothing but the truth. Before we get started though, I'm sure most of you noticed my flying friend here. If you don't remember him, actually, do you guys remember him? Did anybody notice what his name was? What was his name? I'm curious. Does anybody know his name? What's his name? It's Kurikoko. Kurikoko, guys. Everybody say hi, Kurikoko. Everybody wave hi. Hi. Hello. Kurikoko, wave back. Okay, he's a bit shy. I'm sorry. He doesn't bite, though, I promise. He's actually really friendly. Alright, I'm glad you guys all got your highs in. But, with all that said, let's get started. Let me tell you a bit about myself. Oh wow, that is very interesting. Chat is wild for that one. Okay, oh bless. Alright, first things first, my full name is VantacrowBringer, but you can just call me Vanta. Now, I know I'm a big deal and all, but there's no need to be so formal with me. I mean, I'm only about... Actually, my age doesn't matter. All that matters is how long I've been fighting, and how long I've been carrying this darkness. No, Kurikoko is not edible. Never. Alright, as for my birthday, I was brought into this world to correct it on February 6th, so it should be a very important day for everyone to remember. And as for my height, I'm 182 centimeters tall, but 180 without my heels. Which actually makes me a pretty tall member of NIJISANJI. But regardless of my order in the hierarchy, the shadow I cast is much larger and much darker. After all, I am justice! I am the night, a criminal's worst nightmare, the embodiment of fear. I am human. My species, it's human. I've had multiple opportunities to transcend this mortal coil, but I've decided to remain here with you all. Being a god would simply make things too easy. Next is the languages that I speak. I speak English natively, and really, it's about all I know. However, with all that's happened to me over the years, I've also become fluent in the language of these hands. That actually comes in handy more than you'd think. I'm very sorry. As for my occupation, I used to be known as a tyrant by many with my work as a mercenary, a brawler, and a general badass. But after running in with Ash, I've been doing work as a hero. You could say I've turned a new leaf. It's an interesting change of pace, having to pull my punches and not completely destroy everything in front of me, but it's a learning curve. But yes, Whenever Ash needs me to do absolutely anything, I do it. Sometimes. As a matter of fact, here is my hero permit. Now, before I show you guys, this permit was provided to me directly by Ash, so it's extremely official. I don't have to show this to you, but I'm doing it because I trust you, and I want you to trust me. Do we understand? I'm glad. So here it is. My totally official hero ID, issued by Ash. Here you can clearly see that... Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. I have to step out for a second. I'm needed elsewhere. I'll be back at some point. Okay. Won't hear me. Okay. Ha! Transform! Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is VantacrowBringer. You might have seen an interesting person earlier, named VantacrowBringer. But fear not. Don't be concerned. He and I are not the same person. I mean, have you seen me in the same room as him? No? That's what I thought. Now, let's jump back here for a second. I will prove to all of you that I am a different VantacrowBringer than the one that you're familiar with, at least. And I'll do that by showing you my outfit, starting from the bottom, and we can work our way down. All right. First things first, my boots. Now, I've been told that this isn't true by Wilson and Vezalius, but my boots negate all fall damage, so I don't feel any pain. I'm not sure how things feel on the other end of them, though, so you'll have to ask my enemies about that. Now, let's keep moving. Now, something that you'll notice as we move up is that I love belts. Not only are they stylish and sexy, but I feel like they really hold everything together. You'll also notice that I have a belt on my wrist. And on my other hand, I have a gauntlet. I prefer it this way because I'm right-handed and would like to maintain some level of dexterity with my main hand. As for my left, well, you might think that I'm wearing this gauntlet for defense, but the truth is it actually just looks really cool. And as we move further up, you'll see more of my really cool jacket. I just want you to know I can't fly. I'm gonna have to ask HQ about that. But as we move up, you'll see more of my vest and the belts. The belts on my shirt as well. By the way, I love compression shirts. I feel the need to say that. I feel like they make every outfit better. And finally, my mask and face. I want to preface that one eye is glowing for reconnaissance purposes purely. During missions, I can see information and see a lot further ahead of me. It's not just because it looks really cool and I look really menacing when I'm standing in the darkness and looking my enemies in the eye. You might think that, and you would be right for thinking that. It does look pretty cool, but that's not the only reason. It has complete practical reasons, I promise you. Thank you. But with all that shown to you, that's that. VantacrowBringer out. My work here is done. Woo! Okay. Huh. Alright. I've made my way back. Hello again, everyone. Alright, sorry about the confusion. I hope you guys didn't see anybody strange earlier. But now that I'm back, let's continue and move on to my likes and dislikes. I want to tell you a bit more about myself. Okay. So, some things that I love in this world can start with this list. Voice acting. I love playing a character and acting out a scene, either alone or with friends. It's one of the most fun things to me, and I'm always looking for more opportunities to perform. Man, that's crazy. There's 2 chats. I'm also really into fitness. You see, crime never rests, so I love finding out new and creative ways to be healthy and stay in top physical shape. But really, I just work out to look good. Naked. Video games are another love of mine, actually, especially hard ones. If I'm not playing the game on the absolute hardest difficulty, then it honestly just feels like I'm wasting my time. I've been playing all kinds of games since I was quite young, though. So I hope to share a lot of my favorites with you and shortly, and learn a lot about a lot of new games during my time here. Next, I love dad jokes. They're a way of life for me. A love language, if you will. There's just something so satisfying about telling a good joke, and it makes the room go silent because everyone's struggling to hold back their laughter. And I've always been a huge fan of anime growing up. Something about 2D characters fighting on a screen is just so relatable to me. They're just like me, for real. And the last one is obvious because taro is the best kind of drink that you can get with boba. And if you disagree, then, well, it's okay to be wrong. Alright, next is my dislikes. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have very many things that I dislike in this world, but if I had to name something, first is that I hate being hot. Being cold is always better, because you can always put on more layers, but it's very difficult to remove any more when you don't have any left. But that's only minor. You know what else I hate? Something that really grinds my gears. It's when something like pancakes, or waffles, or French toast, or anything that is good, sweet, and tasty by itself is topped with fruit. Especially strawberries. The juice from the fruit just gets soaked in and permeated with whatever it's on top of. In this case, pancakes or waffles, and it just makes it taste so gross. Why can't you just use syrup or honey or something different? We can have 2 sweet things and they can stay separate. There's no reason for them to be together. We can keep them separate. Really, I just don't want you to top my pancakes with fruit. Please don't. I would really appreciate that. Okay, but I won't ramble on too long about that. I don't think fruit should be where it doesn't belong. Okay. Let's move on to some of my interests. Oh, Kurokoko is blocking some critical information. We're gonna say bye to Kurokoko for a second here, okay? Everybody say bye to Kurokoko. Bye. Very temporarily. Goodbye. Alright, first things first, anime. I love all kinds of anime. Honestly, I like so many anime that I'm not sure what the signs of me liking an anime really are, but I know that I love action, psychological horror, shonen, isekai, and many more. Yes, I'm a filthy isekai lover. But a genre I love quite a bit, and possibly more than the others, is a good romance anime. I always love a good romance. Next, for video games, the games I love more than anything are RPGs, especially JRPGs. Some of my favorites are any From Software title, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, things of that nature, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Kingdoms of Amalur, Dragon's Dogma, Disgaea, and many more. By the way, if you know what Dragon's Dogma and Kingdoms of Amalur are, you're a real one. I love all kinds of games though, and some of the first ones I played were actually Halo, Soul Calibur, Super Smash Bros, and Mario Kart. So I'm looking forward to playing and improving at more competitive games as well. There's a lot of games I haven't played though, so hopefully I can learn about many more games from all of you. You'll definitely have to tell me your favorites next time around. And finally, for music. Some of my favorite music genres are pop, R&B, and jazz, but I also have more recently fallen in love with K-pop and K-R&B. Music is just very important to me, and I love so much of it. So if you guys see any of your favorites within these categories, feel free to let me know. It's nice to have something in common with some of my crew. But Really, I could talk about my favorite things forever. So, I think we should get a move on. Wow, you guys seem like you have amazing taste. Good to hear, good to hear. All right. This next part is actually very important to me. Here, I'd like to take some time to give thanks to those responsible for today. I really just want to thank my mama, Biku, for my incredible body. I truly appreciate you and your work. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank Alkiet for the animation of my starting soon screen. Your work is incredible and you gave me exactly what I was looking for. And last but not least, Lacey Everlight for editing my lore video and for that really nice illustration that was thrown in the middle. Thank you all so much. Truly, none of this could have happened without you. All right. And with that, I'd like to move on to my stream goals. These are things very, very important to me that I'll work as hard as I need to in order to achieve. They are as follows. I'd like to get really good at a competitive game. My time in competitive games has been diminished over the years because I fell in love with JRPGs, but I'd really like to spend some time again with one and really get great at it. You know, whether it be a fighting game or a shooter. One of those. Next on my list is I'd like to reach 100k subscribers. It seems crazy to think about it now, but I hope I can work hard and strive to make content that's worthy of such a number of subscribers. Next, I'd like to improve my singing voice. I love singing a lot actually, and I'd like to be amazing at a lot of things. So the idea of turning my battles into music videos with the power of song sounds way too entertaining also. And I'd like to cover a song. As I mentioned, alongside improving my voice, I'd like to eventually cover a song as well. I feel it would be a true test of how far I've come. Oh yeah, karaoke can also be on the list, of course. I'd also like to learn Japanese and some other languages, potentially Korean, maybe Tagalog. I feel like just knowing a lot of languages would be really useful and a lot of fun. But I really want to learn Japanese because I feel like I watch way too much anime to not know Japanese at this point. But again, knowing a lot of languages just sounds really convenient. Next, I'd like to collab with a lot of senpais. I love video games and I love sharing that love with others, so I hope I can play as many games with as many senpais as possible. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to get casted in a professional voice acting role. As I mentioned before, I love voice acting, so to be able to do it professionally is a long-time goal of mine. It's something I hope to make come true in my time here. I hope you guys will continue to support me in these endeavors, and that we can have a lot of fun together. Speaking of which, let's talk about us. Alright, now who are we? I'll be honest, you guys. I've become very fond of calling you my Vanta Crew, but I've recently become open to the Vantalists. It's not listed here, but the Vantalists. It's similar to my art tag. So tell me what you think about that. And for any creatives among you, speaking of that, I would love to see any fan art that you make under the Vantalism tag. I check it very frequently. I've loved everything that's been there. Thank you guys so much for all the art. I can't stress it enough how appreciative I am. And then for my live tag, I was thinking of something simple in the form of Vanta Hours. And for the meme tag, Vantalarius. And for the NSFW tag, I'm still thinking about it. I have an idea, but I want to know what you guys think. We should go over all these in my debut 2.0, because I really need help. And last but not least, let's move on to our schedule. Let's talk about what's happening this week. All right. For Sunday, I'd like to talk, or Sunday, I guess that's tomorrow for me, but later today for some of you. I'd like to talk with you all again for my debut 2.0. Let's get to know each other a little better. Next, on Monday, for our first game together, we'll be playing Thymesia. It's an incredible looking Souls game. It's a Souls-like game that I haven't played before, so I'm super excited. Then on Tuesday, we can jump into Honkai Star Rail. I love turn-based games, and I really want to start rolling on characters as soon as possible. We have a lot of catching up to do. Then for Wednesday, we'll be enjoying a spooky game together with Night Security from Chill as Art. I've never actually played a Chill as Art title, and I was recommended this one. So, let's go. Thursday will be Remnant from the Ashes. This is another Souls-like game that is kind of a shooter mix, and it's really fun. And the second game is coming out soon, so I'd like to refresh myself on this one. Finally, on Friday, we'll be jumping into Only Up. I've seen a lot of senpais play this game, and it looks really difficult, and I love platformers, so no-brainer for me. Saturday is the Krisis collab with Minecraft Hardcore. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've never played Minecraft, but that's a can of worms we'll open up later. Wish me luck. And last but not least, on Sunday, I want to talk to you again with another Zatsudon, and potentially open it up for a Q&A. But okay, we have to get going, guys. We have to get going a lot. I'm sorry, I just speed through everything. It was wonderful talking to you, but that's it for my schedule and everything. Let's decide on our hashtags and talk some more in the next listed stream. For now, though, that's it for me. Thank you so much for coming to my debut. It was an honor to meet you all. Make sure to stick around for the debut program on the main NIJISANJI channel. I'll be there with Vezalius, Wilson, and the senpais. However, before that, I hope you all enjoyed your time here, but now it's time for you to enjoy Wilson's debut. I'm sure it'll be amazing just like him. Wilson is a great character and has an incredibly radiant personality. I can't speak any more highly of him. He's amazing. But okay, I'll see you guys later. Still a bye-bye. Okay. We can get going. 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.